Hi. Want to thank you. I want to say thank you to everyone who has subscribed to my channel. It's growing so fast right now. It's last time I checked, I think I had 1,030 something people, which is amazing. And the video that did it was a pouring video for beginners. So I decided to do another one and see how this goes. I don't do too much pouring paintings anymore because it's a messy process and expensive. But you guys seem to really enjoy the one I made, so I'm going to make another one and we'll see how this goes. And if there's anything that you would like to see me do, let me know. Okay, this is an 11 by 14 stretched canvas. The last video I did it on a canvas panel. Those don't really work that well for pouring because they warp. And that last one, it warped and the paint ran in the middle, and it still came out cute, but you know, it's not the same thing. Now, before you work on one of these, this is a pre-gessoed canvas. You don't have to do anything to it. I spray a little bit of water on the back, and that's just to get it to tighten up. See? And then what I do, instead of putting cups underneath to keep it up off the table, I put in some, let's see, these are just pins, bulletin board pins, and I'm going to hammer it in there. I'm sorry if the camera moves. It's attached to the table, which the table is shaky. Okay, let's see. I'm going to put this one. I'm trying to get it. You want the canvas to be level as possible, so your paint doesn't run off in one direction only. Now, last night I did a pouring video, and I had to scrap it. It did not turn out, and that's because I was trying a new pouring medium that I bought. Alright, this is good. Now, I got 4 little feet here, and that's going to keep it off the table. So, that's how I do mine. So, you're going to need that. You're going to need a pouring medium, and I bought this new one from Hobby Lobby that they have. It's by Deco Art. This is Deco Art pouring medium, and it's $19.99 final price. This is the yellow sticker. They don't allow you to use a coupon on it, but it's still a good price for like half gallon. I tried this last night, and it's very thin, so I wanted to try it with liquid acrylics, high pigmented fluid acrylics in the airbrush colors, and it turned out really pretty, and then just ran off the canvas. It's too thin, so it has to be the right consistency. That's about the best advice I can give you for this to work, is to have it the right consistency. So, being that this pouring medium is thinner than I'm used to working with Floetrol, and Floetrol is a little bit thicker. Don't add much water. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix this in front of you, so you know. Now, this is some leftover from last night. It's just white paint mixed half and half with the pouring medium, and look how thin it is. Yeah, but this is okay. I didn't add any water to this. I'm gonna add some more white paint. In fact, I'm gonna just empty this one out. This is just cheap Apple Barrel paint, 8-ounce bottle. And I'm gonna finish off this bottle. Maybe add a little bit of water to the bottle to finish it off. Where's my water? Water. Huh. Where's my water? Dang it. I hope I didn't drop it. Oh, sorry guys. Just hang on a minute. Let's see what I did with the water. I don't see it anywhere. Okay. Well, I'll pour a little bit of water in a cup then. This has something in it. I used distilled water for all my art projects because it's pure water and it doesn't have any minerals or chlorines or whatever that the city does to put in your water. And this cup looks a little milky because I had the pouring medium in it. So I want this cup to be full of white paint. So I'm just gonna pour the rest of the white paint that was in here. All right, and that's done with that bottle. Now, this paint is really too thin. It's too thin for the pour. It's like water. And it's a little bit on the lumpy side too. Oh, I'm not too worried about that. Let's see. I'm going to pour in a little bit of a thicker white paint. Oops, this one is by is Hobby Lobby's Fine Touch, which I got on clearance, but they still sell this, just it's packaged different. This is student grade paint. Oh yeah. And it's a little bit better than your regular craft paint. Okay, now I mixed that in there. Now the white paint's a little bit thicker. That's better. You want it to be like melted ice cream, like a heavy cream consistency. Not very watery. You're gonna need, if you're gonna do this a lot, you need a lot of white paint. Now you can use cheap acrylic paints, or what I've done also is bought a gallon of house paint, just plain latex indoor house paint. Okay, I'm gonna put this aside and I'm going to use these colors because I'm going for the peacock colors look, and this is what I've gotten most of, and this is fuchsia by Dina Wakley Fuchsia, and it's just a combination of different brands. Acrylic, Anita's all-purpose, and this is bright yellow, Apple Barrel, cobalt blue, Folk Art yellow citron, Folk Art violet pansy, and Folk Art turquoise. Now, doing last night's video, I noticed that the blue takes over. So we're not going to do as much blue as we are the other colors. The purple was very little purple, and the green and the yellow didn't even show up. So we're going to do a lot of yellow. And what I'm do is I'm gonna fill this cup up half with yellow. Now these are little cups. They're 5-ounce cups. And someone asked me, I'm shaking this bottle. I don't know why. But it's better to have it well mixed. Well, someone asked me about how much paint to use. I'm putting about half and half paint and half mixing medium. And this pouring medium, like I said, is very thin. So I doubt I would need to add any water to this. Or maybe I do. And it's also a milky consistency. Very white color. So whatever paint you put on here is going to make it lighter. But the pouring medium does dry clear. It dries clear, so it's not going to be this dull once the painting dries. And this, I believe, is too thick. I'm going to have to add water to this. Or maybe not. Just a little bit of water. And I really don't have much room in here. I'll pour some out. I'm going to pour a little bit out here. Okay. And make sure you have it well stirred. And it's just about the right consistency. I would add just a little bit more water. There we go. Yeah, it's like, I don't know if you can see that, but it runs like melted ice cream, maybe a little bit thicker, see, but not quite as thin as water. You don't want it thin as water. So we have a big thing. Now you might want to wear gloves for this because this is a mess. Messy, messy, messy. Okay, so we got the yellow, and here I have some extra yellow in case I need it. This color also did not come up very well, so I'm going to put quite a lot of this. A good squirt in there. And this is a fuchsia, which is a dark purplish red. And I'm going to add about half that amount in there of pouring medium. So half fuchsia, half pouring medium. Oh yeah, and I was saying, as far as the amount of paint to mix beforehand, I don't have a good answer for that. If it's a little canvas, use little cups. If it's a medium canvas, use medium-sized cups. If it's a large canvas, use large cups. It's better to mix more paint than you need than not enough. Okay, this is just a little bit on the thick side. See how it just plops, plops, plops in there. So we're going to put a little bit of water, and just when you add water, add a little bit at a time. It's better to add a little bit at a time than too much, and then you can't do anything with it. Now, why use the pouring medium? The pouring medium gives the paint more volume without compromising the integrity of the paint. I think I said that right. Anyway, use pouring medium. If you use straight water, it'll work, but the intensity of the paint, the colors, are not going to be the same. This is still a little bit too thick. Now you don't want too thin, because from what I learned last night, it just all ran out off the canvas. I hope this turns out better than last night's. I had loaded it up to YouTube and anything. When I woke up this morning and found it, it is like all the color had ran out, and all you could see was these big white blotches of it. Okay, a little bit more water. And this might be boring for some of y'all if you want to speed it up. This is a beginner's video, and I want to make sure I cover as much as possible. I've gotten lots and lots of questions before. Trying to cover all those questions is still too thick, which is fine. I want a lot of this color. Okay, now it's pouring better. It's giving me a continuous stream. But not watery. So I think we're good with that one. Okay, the next color that didn't show up very well was purple. So I'm going to use a lot of purple. And by a lot of purple, I mean just get a good bit in the cup. I'm gonna say it's probably about 1/8 of that cup. Maybe I should put more. I like purple, so we're gonna put more purple. There we go. About half purple and a little bit. I put a little bit more of this medium in there. I'd say one part to 2 parts medium. 1 part paint to 2 parts medium. And this is something you have to experiment. I cannot answer these questions precisely about how much paint, how much medium. It's a trial and error thing. The more you do this, the more you learn, the better you get at it. Now, I think I put too much medium on this one and not enough paint, because the color is too light. But then again, you have to consider that the medium, the pouring medium, is white but dries clear, and that gives the paint a milky look. I'm just going to add a little bit more paint in here. But once it dries, the medium color, that milky white color, will clear up. And you will have a more intense color of the paint. Okay, it's a little bit on the thick side, so we're going to add water. Now the last video I did, I think I only mixed one on camera and had the other colors already done, so it doesn't take such a long video. But with all the questions I've been getting, I thought I'd better be a little more thorough this time. Try to be a little more thorough. If you watch the whole video, you will see everything that I used. I don't know how to explain it any better, but you're welcome to ask anything. Yeah, that's a good consistency right there. It's running, but it's not watery runny. Drinking my tea. Okay, so we have these colors left. These colors are very dominant as far as the painting goes. They take over. So I'm not going to make as much. Now this one, I'm going to make a little bit more than the other two. Okay, that's the green. That's the lime green. That's the yellow citron. It's a limey green, and this is a turquoise. Now consider that yellow and blue is going to make these colors. So you don't need as much of these. The blue, you need very little of. There, just put a little bit of blue. And now I'm going to add the pouring medium. Like I said, about 1 part paint to 2 parts pouring medium. And I don't measure anything, I don't weigh anything, I just eyeball it. Just eyeball it. And the more you do this, the more proficient you will get. Okay? So, you know, I can't tell you like how many milliliters of paint to how many milliliters of pouring medium to how many milliliters of water. I'm sure somebody out there might be measuring that, but it varies with the paint, the type of paint I use. With the liquid acrylic paint, fluid acrylics, I found you don't need any water at all. But then again, it was too thin. It was just too thin. And this, I worked with the Liquitex pouring medium, and I like the Liquitex pouring medium a lot better than this. But for the price, I was willing to try it. Now, I have to see how this one's going to turn out. Later on, I'll show you the one I did last night that didn't turn out too good. Okay, this one's ready. And so you need popsicle sticks or something that you can stir with. Now these cups, once you use them, they can be washed out and reused. So if you'd rather use glass, real glass, and you don't mind having to wash it every time, you can use that. Now see, this paint is a lot thinner. This is a cheaper brand. Folk Art's a little bit thicker paint. You see how it's like it requires more liquid too. But the Apple Barrel and the Anitas, those are cheaper paints. They're thinner. They require no extra water. And what is this? This is, what color did I put any color in here? Okay, let's see. I have, oh yeah, the light green's in here. I don't even see the color. Might have to add some more. Yeah, the citron. Okay, let's see. I'm mixing. And mixing. That was my mom asking me where the cat is, even though I told her that I was doing a video. Okay, this is very watery. I'm gonna add a little bit more paint because I don't think this is enough. I hadn't really intended on doing more videos with pouring, but like I said, it's been my most successful video is pouring video, and there are thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of videos on YouTube about pouring. But I had made that one because most of the videos that I see about pouring don't explain everything. Not for someone who doesn't know anything about it at all, but wants to try it. So, okay, there we go. That's nice and fluid. I'm going to cap this. And I'm going to be ready to pour. Okay, the other thing you need is some silicone. I use silicone spray, this brand. And I got this at Lowe's. Don't remember how much it was. It wasn't very expensive. I don't think it was any more than $4. Okay? And you're going to put one little spray on each color. I'll put a little extra on the yellow. I'm not using any on the white. Oh, this one's stuck. Why is it stuck? And then you mix that silicone in there. Okay. Let's see. I need a cup that's bigger than this. I should have had that out already. I had one last night, but I threw it away. Oh. So what did I do with it? Let me see if I can find a cup. I'll be right back. All right, I'm going to use this cup. It looks like about an 8-ounce cup. I'm not sure. But I like this one because you can see through it. I'll get my canvas out and make sure you are on screen. Let's see. Oh, here's my water spray. Duh. I can never find things right in front of my face. Okay, moving things out the way so I can get this canvas up here in the center. Okay, the canvas I did last night was little. It was an 8x10. And I'm hoping I have enough paint for this. So here we go. Gonna use a big cup, and I'm gonna start with my white, and I'm just gonna put a little bit of white, a little shot of white in there. I don't know if it matters really what order you go in. Put a little bit of this blue, green, turquoise. I don't know why I'm so shaky. I think it's because I've only had coffee today. I need to get some food. Okay, let me see, make sure that's in there. And the purple, I'll just pour it. And this fuchsia, put a lot of fuchsia in there. And the yellow. And back to white. And the rest of this blue. This blue came out really watery, but I'm hoping it's going to be okay because the other paint is not as thin. And I have this red. Purple. Turquoise. Citron. Yellow. Okay, white again. And I'm just gonna pour the rest of that. Yeah, why not? Just pour the rest of it in there. I'm a little bit rusty with this stuff, so I'm wondering how this is going to come out. I hope this video comes out good and I don't have to scrap it, because if I do, I don't want to waste more paint. So that's the problem with this type of stuff. You use a lot of paint. It's fun and it's very addictive. Once you start, you just want to keep going. And there are different types of pours to do, which I could do some videos later on it. If you guys are interested, let me know in the comments what you want to see. I'll try to explain things as best as I can. There's a lot of videos out there that just show a cup going over on the canvas and not much else. I mean, yeah, it's cool to watch, but you have no idea how to do it. So my videos, I'm trying to teach more how to do this. Just a little bit more in there, so anybody can do it. You can do this with kids too. Now, if you're as messy as me, I'll put a lot of yellow in here, so we're going to put a lot of yellow. You're going to want to wear some gloves. So definitely have gloves out. Cover every surface around you that could possibly get any paint, because it could get ugly. It could get quite an ugly mess. So be careful about that. Okay, these are used up. Still got white. So I got my cup. I'm going to turn my canvas on top of the cup and cover the top of the cup with the canvas and tilt over. Flip it right there. Now you got to give it some time from the paint that was at the bottom of the cup to run down. In the meantime, you take the rest of the white that you have and pour it around the outside of the cup on the canvas. I should have made more white, but I didn't. I do have a lot of yellow though, so I'm gonna try that. Pour the rest of this yellow out. Okay, turn that upside down. Turn this upside down. I want to use all this paint. I don't want any leftovers. So you could just smear it. All this is going to be covered with what's in the cup, so I'm not worried. Not worried. And I use one hand of gloves and not the other. I would suggest you put both hands with gloves. All right, I'm gonna let it sit there a minute so it's pouring out of the cup as much as possible. Use the last drop of the paint and put my other glove on and get a sip of tea. All right, I'm gonna pick all this up. See, it's just a little drops. Every little bit helps sometimes. Okay, what's left here, what I'm gonna do is spread it out. And I just got a wooden plastic spoon. Spread it out. You can mix enough white paint to go all the way to the edges. I'm not really worried about it. on this one because it's should have plenty of paint in that cup to cover the canvas. Alright, so are we ready? I'm just gonna like move it around and floop. Ooh, those are pretty colors. Okay, so I'm hoping this time it doesn't completely run off the canvas. Oh, it came out a very yellow. Yes, indeed. Now see, right here, I'm gonna push this on here, and this is when you cover your edges. Oh yeah, can't even see now. I didn't put enough blue and too much yellow. So you never know really what you're gonna get. And I could use the same exact colors on another one and it could be completely different. See? Now with enough paint, because I had so much paint on there, I don't need to sit there and move it here and there and everywhere. Oh, look how cute that came out. I'm gonna take my gloves off. And this is where the torch comes in. Now you wonder, why torch? Do I really need to buy a torch? No, you don't need to really buy a torch. You can leave it the way it is. It looks beautiful to me. But the torch, what it does, it heats up the, it heats up the silicone, and it makes it come up to the surface, causing more cells to pop up. I don't know if you could tell right there. I'm gonna pick this up. This baby looks great. I hope it stays great. Oh, come on. Sorry about this. Let me adjust this camera. I enlarged it. Now I can't get it small. Well, there it is. Oh, and to celebrate so many subscribers, I'm going to give this one away. All I need you to do is give me a thumbs up and tell me how beautiful it is, and I'll put your name in a drawing that I will be doing in a week. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.